shit, we're
Hello,
back.
hello, hello. Oh gosh. So, welcome to another episode of us.
All right. We took like a long hiatus. No, not even. Okay, not
No?
even. We did one in June, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for Pride. So we haven't been gone that long.
Not
Okay.
that
We
long.
did.
We've been doing
Yeah.
good.
How have you been, Inja?
I've been good. I've been good.
Good.
I'm excited. I just want to welcome everyone to another
Mm-hmm.
episode. And I did want to say before we got started, I wanted to remind everyone to like and subscribe, and also feel
Mm-hmm.
free to leave a comment down below if you are liking our content, if you have any questions, if you have something you want to add on, or if you just absolutely hate it. As
That
always,
part.
we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to check us out. And we also wanted to make sure to plug one of our awesome friends and comic shop owners over at Coffee and a
Mm-hmm.
Comic. Not only does he sell comics, but he's been diving into the manga world as well.
Mm-hmm.
He has a physical shop located in Cali and also does orders online if you aren't local to him. I would definitely recommend that. I've gotten some stuff from him, and it comes like super quick and it's always
Mm-hmm.
packaged very well. None of my stuff has ever been messed up.
Yep.
He even does these super cool drawings. He did one for me of Kin Kaneki because he knows I love Tokyo Ghoul. And he also sends a complimentary bag of ground coffee
Right.
for you.
Like
So
what kind of service? That's beautiful service. Like where do you get that kind of service from?
right.
And he's always available if you hit him up on IG. He's always available
Mm-hmm.
to ask questions. He never makes you feel dumb about things. So definitely, if you want to um, support a local shop, like a small business and keep it within the community, he's your boy. He's your
Yep.
guy. So,
He's a good one. We're
yep. And
thankful to
then he
have
gave
him.
us his code. Look at us having our own little codes. And just tell him about it, babe. Shh. I'll be quiet now. You tell him.
Wait, tell him about what?
That
Oh
the
yeah,
code.
sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. My child was asking me a question. So yes, so use code Melanin and Manga for
Mm-hmm.
15% off your next purchase, and that's at coffeeandacomic.com. And yes, and I
Right.
love that he like personalized a code for us. How
Yes.
awesome is
Yeah.
that?
We made it. Okay.
We made it. We made it with
But yes,
someone. So, without further delay, Sheena, my beautiful friend, how are you? How have you
good,
been?
good. I'm okay, hanging in there. Just came back from San Diego. I was out there when everybody was showing up for cons, so I was just a
Yeah.
little butthurt about that, but it's all good. But yeah, no, I've been good. Thank you for asking. For those who don't know, I'm Sheena. She's a geek, and just right hand girl. This is Inja Benja. Inja, how you been?
I've been good. I just got back, I guess, a week or two ago from Raleigh, which was really nice. I
Nice.
got to hang out with my family and have a bit of a break and stuff my face with some amazing food and
Ugh.
sweets.
That's what I felt like that's all I did on vacation was eating. Like there was a point in time that I told my husband, I don't want to eat anymore. I have
What?
I am so tired of eating. Like
Girl, I don't
but
think
then
I've
turn around and
ever
order
get to
some more
that point.
food. I'm dead.
Yes. That's the only way to vacation. Like, if you don't go on
That part.
vacation to eat, then are you even really vacationing? What are you
Nice
doing?
girl. That part. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, so we decided that we would put this presentation together for like maybe people that don't know anything about manga and anime.
Yep.
So we worked on this for a couple of weeks, and I hope that you guys like it. This is gonna be. We'll try to stay on task, stay on course, okay, and not make this like a lecture. Okay,
Yeah.
we want to bring more people in, and maybe maybe start you on the journey of you know feeling better about picking up a manga, you know.
Yeah,
So if
exactly.
you already know everything, that's cool. You can still watch it. We appreciate it. If we mess up on something, you can leave a respectful comment at the bottom and let us know, or just add to it. You know, this is a big community. A lot of people know more than Inja and myself. I'm willing to learn stuff. So if you could just leave something at the bottom of the comments after this, and to help out for newcomers, and you know, yeah. And for
Yeah,
those who are already don't need this, or this don't need this guide or whatever, you can still use the code. Please use the code. Please help out the little shops, you know? So I
yeah,
feel like everybody's getting something out of this. So
yes. And you don't have to just go there for manga. I mean, he has tons of
yeah,
comics. Um,
yes,
it's
absolutely.
I would say it's probably mainly a comic shop first, but he does have other stuff as well. But
Hmm.
yeah, so there's definitely something, for everybody.
Exactly. Good job. Yeah. So, yeah, this is Engine Sheena presents Melanin Manga Productions, and we're going to talk about what is anime and manga.
Yay! A beginner's guide, and we are beginners. So, so like
This
Sheena
should
said,
be
please don't
interesting.
hold it against us if we mess up, get something wrong,
Right.
completely butcher it. Just
That part.
tell us so we can do better, respectfully, of course.
That part goes.
So, what is manga? So first, for us to understand what manga is, we need to start with the meaning, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the word itself is made up of two characters, one meaning one. I am so sorry. One pronounces man, one pronounces ga. Man meaning whimsical, ga meaning picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so a little background about it. It's a Japanese type comic book or graphic novel. So
Mm-hmm.
how we have U.S. comic books and graphic novels, it's the same
Yep.
thing with manga. They are aimed at adults as well as children. Um, Most of them conform to a style that was developed in Japan in the late 19th century. Um, and the form has a long history in earlier Japanese art.
Nice.
So, some more history for you. They refer to comics and cartooning, and manga has been translated in so many different languages,
Mm-hmm.
other than Japanese and English. So it really is a worldwide thing. Like it has
Mm-hmm.
traversed different cultures and different
Right.
languages, which is awesome. Um, they originally originated from scrolls that dated back to the 12th and 13th century. Japanese culture, aesthetic, and traditions are heavily embedded in manga,
Mm-hmm.
and you will see that as you read. That's one thing I really appreciate about manga is that um, I get you get to feel that sense of another culture from your
Mm-hmm.
own, which is really cool. And a lot of manga, some of the mangaka, they will put definitions of certain words in their books, or what certain phrases may mean, or explain to you what certain foods are that they talked
Yes.
about in the manga.
Right.
Um, so I think that's really cool too, just being able to be kind of wrapped up in
Mm-hmm.
that culture.
Absolutely.
And then some characteristics of manga are so the stories are typically in black and white. That helps them to focus on the art.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also helps to keep the printing costs very low. Um,
Yes.
I, I like that it's in black and white because, like I said, it does help to focus on the art. And some of
Mm-hmm.
these, like panels, some of the
Oh,
backgrounds, some of the the close-ups of the characters.
yes.
It's just it's amazing how much detail they really put
Exactly.
into that, and you would I don't think you would appreciate it as much if it was in color.
In color.
Um,
You know what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
no,
Inja.
you're
Go
good.
ahead.
No, you go.
Okay. Before like when I got into comics and reading comics, we reading Western comics. most of them, 99% of them are in color. And then I didn't read manga and I didn't appreciate it until I started like really like hanging out with you and talking to other people in the community, but like really understanding like why it was the way it was, why it's in black and
Hmm.
white, why it's in. I was like, okay, that makes sense. I can get behind this. But now I understand it takes a lot of like talent to just have these couple of shades and these couple of colors to make a whole story, to make a panel. Like
Hmm.
some of them really get down, like,
Yeah.
and you just learn to appreciate it a lot more. The
Yes.
time that they take into this. So yes, definitely, um, you can get behind it because of that. So
Yes.
yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
One thing to piggyback off of that, one thing that I've noticed too is like, so reading comics and it being in color, I was always like, dude, I don't know, how I would feel about reading a comic that was just in penciling or black and white,
Mm-hmm.
or shades like that, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I've also read some comics, that have just been in that, and some of them have been good, and then some of them have been I'd prefer it with
Right.
coloring. But manga, I've never felt that way. Like,
Exactly.
I feel like it would be weird for me if I read a manga and it was in color. Like, I
Yeah, and then
really,
they
it's,
have. Oh no, no,
oh,
no!
sorry.
You really no, no, no. Go. What? Say what you were gonna say.
Like, I,
Mm-mm.
I feel like it's really given me an appreciation,
Mm-hmm.
of what they go through and what their assistants go through, um, and how hard they work on having these characters and these scenes jump out at you and
Yes.
just being in black and white without color.
Exactly. I totally agree. And that's going to come up later on if I can remember. Okay, if I can remember to say this later, that's going to play on when we talk about anime. So try
Yeah.
to, if I can remember, put that in the back of my head when we start
Girl,
talking about
I'm not going
anime.
to remember.
That
You
part,
know I'm
me
not going to
either.
be able to help you. You better set
When we get
that.
off screen, I'd be like, "Damn,
Yeah.
Angela, we forgot. I had such a good girl." I'll be the one that's in the comments later on talking about
Yeah.
this.
Let me set that phone alarm for 10 minutes. Remember to.
I'm
No,
dead.
I'm kidding. Okay. So, manga are also released weekly or monthly,
Hmm.
chapter to chapter in magazines. And then if they are very popular, if they're well received with the public, if they make a lot of sales, then it's collected into volumes called tankobon.
Yes, I love
Um,
that word. Yes, I thought that was cool. So, like in Western comics, they're collected as a trade, a trade
mhm,
paperback or, a deluxe hardcover. And then I was going to say, too, with some of the deluxe editions with manga, you may get a few pages that are in color to start with, or
mhm,
like they're like splashed in between the pages and
mhm.
everything. But it's never like, it's very rare that they do one all in color.
Yeah. The
So,
only
and then
one that
that
I've
one is
seen
probably expensive as fuck.
is
Huh?
Attack on. They did one of Attack on Titan a couple of years back, I think.
Okay.
Um, and I think it was a hardcover. I think it was a hardcover, like, I guess it was like a special edition when they came out with. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, don't like hold this against me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that it was all in color because I
Okay.
remember wanting to get it. Um, but I'm sure they probably done some others, but it's not very common. Uh, that they do it. But like
Right.
Sheena said, it's like like a special edition thing if they do something that's all in color. But I do
Mm-hmm.
remember, because I remember being super mad about how Attack on Titan does us. You know, they they give us a season and they leave us for about 5 or 6 years, and then so it was like
Because these people don't have a life or anything.
yeah, yeah, or they tell us that this is going to be like, this is the end, this is, the last season, and then we come up on the last episode, and then they're like, just kidding, we're breaking it up into 2 more seasons, but you have to wait for like 2 years for to be able to watch half of that one. Yeah, so it was like during one of those times that they came out with it, but yeah.
and just gonna make a whole like we're just gonna do red shows, okay, where we just bitch and complain about
Yes.
certain
And
stuff.
we
Okay,
are definitely going to do one on Attack on Titan. We're also going to do one on, like, if we do one on anime about Dragon Ball Z.
that part. Okay,
Yeah,
I got a lot to say about a few of them. Okay, so
yeah.
anyways, back on track. See, this is where we were talking about how we're getting off track.
Okay, so here's another characteristic of manga, and this is how you read it. So, with comics, regular novels, or like anything else in the US, you go from left to right.
Mhm.
With manga, you go from right to left. And
Mhm.
you start at the top like you would, like if you're reading anything else, but you're going to read it from right to left.
Yes.
So you'll start at the top from the right, go to the left, and work your way down, and then you'll go over to the next page in the same
Mhm.
format.
Yep. And then first, that's another thing that people may shy away from is reading like that. But I promise you, if you just put a little bit of practice into it, it's so easy. Like you don't even
Yeah,
realize that you're reading like that anymore. At first, I
yeah,
was like, okay, shit, I went to the wrong, okay, like, and then I would kind of forget what the hell was going on. But now it's just like automatic. And
yeah.
sometimes I find it like way easier to read like that. So,
Oh yes, and especially like if I've been reading manga for a while, and then I and
mhm.
then I try and go to like a comic or to a
Right. I'm
novel.
just like, what the hell? Okay.
Yes, I'll start reading it from right to left, and like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I'm like, yeah, but no, it gets fun after a minute.
Yeah,
You just got to give it a chance. And like I said, you
yeah,
may find it a little easier,
yeah.
so,
It
yep.
becomes
And then
like
you
second
may find
nature.
ones that like, I meant to make a panel of that, but like, you may see like the whole, top be one
Hmm.
panel, like
Yeah,
one, and then it drops down to two, three, four, so,
just like it does
um,
in a comic. Like
mhm,
they do.
yeah.
It's the same exact
You're just reading
concept.
it, quote unquote backwards,
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Okay. And so in manga, manga is broken up into, I think it's audience first and then genre.
hmm
So the top, oh, let's go out. I was gonna do the top five, but of course your girl is struggling. So we got the top four, and then I can just mention the fifth one at the end. But the top five, the
we
first
didn't have
one is
enough bubbles, okay?
shonen. Yeah, right, that part we really didn't. The first one is shonen, which is geared towards tween and teenage boys.
hmm
So like the genre would be like action adventure, a coming of age story,
hmm
companionship, comedy, and so some examples of that would be like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist. Um, and then another one is shoujo, which is
hmm
directed towards tween and teen girls. And so, like, the themes of that would be romance, drama, coming
hmm
of age, emotions, naivety, an innocent view of the world. And they're usually in like really cute, girly covers. So, really light
Right.
colors, pinks, flowery, stuff like that. So
Very
like
pretty people.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of your like slice of life um, type manga would fall under that category. And then I don't know how to say this word. I don't know if it's seinen
Yeah.
or seinen. I'm not sure.
Oh,
But
right.
that one is geared towards adult men, 18 and older. Um,
Why is this my
and
favorite genre?
so the themes on it circle around action, violence, mm-hmm, adult themes. It's a darker tone, so
hmm
not everybody makes it out alive, or maybe nobody at all makes it out.
That part.
Foul language. The
Television.
hero, yeah, the hero doesn't always save the day. Um, and then we have Josai, which is the opposite. So it's adult women, 18 and older, and the themes focus on romance, drama, mature narratives,
hmm
sexually explicit scenes ranging from tame to extra saucy. Um, and it has male and female protagonist. And
Right.
then let's see if I can find. I know I had it here. No, I had it. I know I had it. Oh, I'm sorry, Sheena.
You're
Oh, here
fine.
it is. And then Koda I don't know. I know I butchered that. Um, that one is geared towards young children.
Yes,
And
like
so
Hello Kitty.
yeah, and so the theme of it is very cutesy, fun, and it's very moralistic. So there's always you'll have like a hero and a
Mm-hmm.
villain. The hero always takes the high road. They always do everything the way that they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
They fight for their friends. So that'd be stuff like Hello Kitty, like Sheena mentioned. Pokemon would be one. I would say like the earlier days of Digimon
Okay.
would be one. So it would be stuff like that. And then oh sorry. So we also have some panels for shoujo, which is stuff that I mentioned already. And so an example of that would be Sailor Moon,
Of course.
and then
Classic.
or like
Mwah.
Card Capture Sakura. If any of you all have read that, um, would be another one. Fruits Basket, which is like one of my favorites, would be another.
Mm-hmm.
It Beat and Say I Love You. And then
Ugh.
for Seinen or Seinen, I'm not really sure how to say that. So Chainsaw Man would be an example of that. Um,
Berserk. What else?
hold on, hold
Lone
on.
Wolf and
Can't find
Cub,
that.
maybe. Hell's Paradise.
Yes,
Um,
Akira
Akira. Yep.
and
Um,
Vagabond would be one.
yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. Right? Would that
Yeah.
fall in there, or would that
Uh,
fall more into shonen? That
See,
one.
I don't know. I thought that one may fall more into shonen.
Okay.
I don't know. I may be wrong though. I don't know. That one could maybe be in the middle. It's got a little. It has a little of both though.
Mm-hmm.
But they still got that whole high school
Right.
like theme in it too.
Oh, like
So
okay, Tokyo Ghoul. I think Tokyo Ghoul would fall in this category, right?
yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think so. And then the Josai one. What did we have? Oh, Paradise Kiss, Honey and Clover.
Nana.
Yeah, Nana would be
Uh,
one. Um, and then we also have
ooh.
some of our favorites. And if you watched our previous show,
Right.
you would have heard some of these terms. So we have boy love, girl love, and queer. So we
Mm-hmm.
have Yao for BL and
Mm-hmm.
Yuri for GL. And I just finished one of my Yuri books that I absolutely love. I hope we get to talk about it at
We
some point.
definitely will. We could stay. You know what? This is a trap because I just want to be like, look how cute, let's
Yeah.
let's keep it. But yeah, they have where it's boy love and that's just focused on, you know, two boys relationship, then
Hmm.
the girls and then the queer is like all different types of walk of life as far as that, So there's it's out there,
Yeah.
it's out there. Everybody but just because this falls into these genres and these categories and stuff, it's for everybody. Like I
It is
said,
for
I
everybody.
yeah, I prefer the dark and the gory stuff versus like she enjoys the cutesy stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool, but
Hmm.
have you seen have you
Yeah.
seen this?
Yeah.
So, so yeah, no. But this is definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
This is where I hang out the most at. So
I like the Boys Run the Riot I've started on, and that would definitely fall
yes,
into these
yes, under the
categories, and
right.
I love that. I love it.
Just like
It's
given.
such a
Oh, those are my
diverse
babies
book.
right there. And then other BLs that are like banana
Oh, sorry.
fish.
Yep.
Um uh
which I need to read that one. I haven't read that one before. I
Girl,
haven't read the name.
don't watch the show. Don't do anything, okay? Unless you want to be a dead woman walking like me, okay? So, because you're talking to a corpse because I died a long time ago.
I know you've pretty much been like
A
since you
zombie.
started have been hit back to back. It's like I don't know how you're picking like the ones you've been picking that are like the ones that are going to hit you the hardest, but you've like
Girl,
every single one.
destroyed me. So,
There was
anyways,
no
yes.
easing into it for you.
And the more you guys hang out with us, the more you're going to understand that. So, oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then this is one of my favorite too, right? This is everybody. It's not for
We can't.
everybody, but
Yeah, we can't put any pictures up because we'll probably be banned. So
it's for educational purposes, so we should have,
it
okay?
is.
Like,
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
okay, we're
You're
teaching. We're teachers right now.
right. Alrighty, Cena, let's go to you.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the people that actually make manga, and they are called mangakas or mangakas. I've heard it pronounced both. Okay, so I'm not too sure which way you're supposed to pronounce it. I've heard both ways, whatever. Just like some people say manga versus manga, whatever. So they are the people who write manga. Um, number They are usually in Japan, but people from around the world are starting to become mangakas or mangakas. So yeah, that's cool. Um, Next page. Uh, Let me see. Most study at schools and art schools and manga schools, and they become they do like apprenticeships to gain a strong artistic skills in drawing and painting um,
That's
before they
awesome.
kind of like break out on their own. Some of them don't even go to school; they kind of just like do stuff on their own. But usually that's the road that they take to get big, to get the tools that they need. Sometimes to make it and to be seen, they will enter contests. Sometimes, like the bigger publishers will put out times of where they're like, okay, we're looking for fresh people or whatever, and they can, send in their stuff and then they can make it. But sometimes they are self published and do a lot online, like webtoons and stuff like that.
That's
Um,
crazy because I bet it's a very like competitive market. And so I couldn't
right,
imagine like being one of those people who you always have that possibility that you may not ever be recognized or
right.
seen, or
I
your
think
stuff
it
may
said
never
that
make
the person
it.
that made One Punch Man started on a webtoons, like just putting their own stuff out there, and then
Mhm.
it just gained popularity, and then other the bigger companies saw it and stuff like that. So I feel like they really depend on the fans and everything to get stuff going at times.
Yeah.
Number three, 70%, 70% of them identify as women, which is crazy. That's crazy
Mm,
that there's more women out there. I'm happy for that because I don't
yeah.
feel like
Same.
in Western comics there's a lot of women out there
Yeah.
doing comics. So it's crazy to see that it's really happening in other places. And this could
Yeah.
be a prime example. Like is a Demon Slayer created by a woman? Like at first they didn't know, but now
Yeah.
it's come to be that it's a woman that put Demon Slayer out there. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Um, Number four, I can't even see what the hell I wrote. Um,
Most suffer from a term called
I'm
karoshi.
dead. Okay, so you would think that after you made it big, that it would be like Easy Street, but that's where it gets way more difficult and way more pressing. So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Your
so
terms are beautiful.
you you have expectations of your own, expectations from your fans and the company that hires you when you get, when you get settled. But it's a dark side to the things that um, you would think, oh, the
Mhm.
fame and all this, but it comes with a price. And it's usually
Yeah.
your health and your mental health and your physical health and stuff like that. And a lot of there's that term called, what is it called?
Karoshi.
Yeah.
Karoshi.
So I guess
I don't
that's a
know.
real thing in Japan. Like they had to pass
Yeah.
this law because people would like work themselves to death,
Yeah.
and a lot of mangakas suffer from this because of the deadlines that they have to meet and all the demands that are, expected of them. A lot of them have health problems like diabetes, they have back problems, they have arthritis, they have, you see what I'm saying, sleep deprivation, like a lot of things that they give up to do this, to do and be in this business. You know,
Yeah.
they were talking
Yeah.
about how basically the person that makes One Piece, they basically told him like this is voluntary enslavement.
Mhm.
Like this is your life. You're going to die for One Piece. That's basically what they told him, to be ready
Yeah.
to die for One Piece. And their
Mhm.
schedule is insane at times. Like they get up and they may get like 3 4 hours of sleep a day, but the rest of it is they're grinding. and
Yeah.
and especially if you're coming out weekly, the pressures to get all those panels, all that done, only to get maybe like an hour to be like, I got it done, only to turn
Yeah.
back around and do it again. So, and that's the thing too, it's just like, okay, you bitch and complain, but there's a lot of people that are in line waiting to have your spot.
Yeah.
So that's why they call it like, and they think, oh, okay, just like this one says, they get paid $100 a page. But when you think about it, that's really not nothing, because now you're doing a lot of the work, but sometimes they want to hire assistants. They have to send money back to the family. Like, they don't even see their family half the time. Like, so they're
Yeah.
sending money back to their family. They're fucking, it's just a cycle. And you would
I
think
can't
that the
imagine that.
companies, yeah, and then the companies don't care because they have somebody else waiting in line for a
Yeah.
bigger and better. So they're
Yeah.
just like, well, if you want to bitch and complain, we could find somebody else. So that's why they pretty much call being a mangaka as involuntary enslavement, because
Yeah.
you're doing it more because that's what you want to do, not because for the fame and the fortune, because there really is no fortune in it. There's really
Yeah.
no. So that's the downfall of being one. And did I get everything? What's number seven
Number
say?
8. Number 7 you
Oh
did
yeah,
how
so
to
I
get
think I
paid
already
in
covered that. That like you're starting to see people that don't come from Japan starting to break into this, this business
Yeah.
and this line of work and everything. It's maybe a little harder, but it's not impossible. So
Yeah.
that's cool. So maybe a kid that's really enjoys manga and growing up with it, that's not far fetched, that they're like, oh, well, I'm not from here or anything like that. Or they can become what they want to. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Some fun facts. The girl that made Sailor Moon, nobody believed in her. Back then, women were like, they were like, what, but she kept pushing it. She kept pushing it and found um, a way to start Sailor Moon.
Mhm.
And now it's one of the biggest known things out there as far as like anime and manga. So, and then this is the godfather of it all. Like, he's the one who started it as far as he brought the one over, what was it, Astro Boy? He
Yeah.
brought that over from to the Western, um and kind of made it known, like mainstream. So
Mhm.
he's the one who kind of like started it all as far as like over here. And he is one of the reasons why, how like in anime and manga, how their eyes are like really big at times. He's the
Yeah.
one who basically like started a lot of the incorporating that into like drawings and stuff, because he was
Oh, okay.
obsessed with Bambi. He was obsessed with like Disney characters and stuff,
Oh,
and Bambi just like wowed him. He's seen it like over 80 times, and he started incorporating those doe eyes into the drawings, and it just caught on from there. So I thought
oh,
that was pretty
cool. I didn't know
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
That is. That's awesome.
So yeah, that's it. Oh, that's not it.
Just
So these are the
kidding.
ones that come out in these are the four big publishing companies for in Japan. Okay, so I'm not even gonna try to say like all these names. Weekly
Shueisha,
Shonen
I don't
Jump,
know if that's how you say it.
right?
Shogakukan, Kodansa, and
Yeah,
Shog Shogakukan. I don't know.
good job,
Please don't come
Inja.
for me. Please
That
don't
part.
come for me. We
I got
tried.
that Clark County education, so I'm not even gonna try. Then you see, then these are the ones that you probably see over in Western. You know, these are the bigger ones over here. You know,
Yeah.
we have Viz Media, which has Shonen
Oh.
Jump, right, Inja? And then they have
Hmm.
Shoujo Beat. Is that what you said it was?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, Shoujo Beat.
Yeah. So Viz carries some of the bigger ones, right, Inja? Name some of
Yes.
them.
So we have. So the one I have for Viz Media, that's a Shoujo Beat, is Yakuza Lover. It's a plastic wrapped.
Oh,
Um,
we forgot to cover that when we were
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
hentai. So
Check that out on your own. I'm not going to be held responsible. But know that if it is plastic wrap, there's a reason for that. That's all I'm going to
that
say.
part.
And then I also have one called Dengeki Daisy, which I
Okay.
absolutely love. Um,
Nice.
I can't remember when this one was done. But anyway, that's another one from Viz. And then from, is it Kodansha or Kodansha?
Kodansha. Yeah, it's up there,
Kodansha?
isn't it? Yeah, right up
Yeah.
under there.
So I have, what is this called? Wave Listen to Me. Um, I haven't read it yet. I just got it not too long ago, but I'm super excited about it.
Nice.
She pretty much goes after this boy after he blasts all of her business on the radio.
Yep.
Her failed relationships and how she sucks at life and everything.
You can catch these hands,
Um,
girl.
yeah, and then Boys Run the Riot, which I had mentioned earlier,
Uh huh.
is one
Nice.
of those. Beyond the Clouds, which is super cool. It's like Studio Ghibli meets Final Fantasy, pretty much.
Okay.
And then that may be all I brought in here from there. And then for Yin Press, I have. I don't know if any of you all have played Elden Ring, but they just came out with the Elden Ring manga not too long
Nice.
ago. That one's a Yin Press book. And then mine, Sheena's favorite, Horimiya, is Yin Press.
That unhinged girl. Oh my god.
um,
That poor boy.
dude, he knew what he was walking into. I mean, he
That
actually
part.
didn't, but he stayed. So what does that say about him?
That part.
Um,
He's scared, girl.
oh, so is Vertical Comics part of Kodansha? Because this book
I
that I
think.
have, Haru's Curse, it says it's published by Vertical Comics, but the website is Kodansha.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Oh,
probably. Don't quote me on that, but you know, they probably under under that, just like Viz has Shonen Jump and Shoujo Beats, so maybe that falls under there too, or maybe they own that in some way. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
oh, it says the English language version
Okay,
is
okay,
produced by
then
Vertical Comics, and
nice. There
then
you go. See,
the publication rights are
Kodansha,
arranged through Kodansha. Yeah,
nice.
cool. I never knew that.
Then
That's
you have
pretty
my
neat.
favorites, Sublime,
Oh yeah, I don't have
Sublime
any
and
Peanuts. You'll have to
Tokyo
name those.
Pop. So Sublime has like Given, um, all basically all it's just all BL. That's all it is. But Tokyo Pop does like a lot of cutesy things, but mainly they have like a lot of queer books.
Yeah.
So that's when, yeah.
Are you gonna name
Uh,
them?
oh
No.
shit, name them. Uh, Tokyo Pop ones. Girl, I have to
Just
get up
kidding.
and
I didn't
see
mean to
which
put
ones
you
I
on the
have.
spot. My
No,
bad.
it's okay. I should have been prepared. Okay, I already said one from. Oh, I think like Fangs. Fangs is one of my favorite ones.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, you love things.
yeah. So there's one from Tokyo Pop. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Uh, did we
But
do Dark Horse yet?
no, we haven't done Dark Horse yet. So that one was Berserk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I wonder, well, no, maybe not. I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to look dumb because it's probably not right. So never mind. And then we we have Seven Seas, which
Uh-huh.
the ones I talked about early. Well, no, I didn't talk about this one earlier, but it's a Yuri one. It's called The Girl I Want Is So Handsome.
Uh-huh.
And then I also have Entangled with You, The Garden of 100 Grasses, which is a Yao one.
Nice.
Um, and then we also had, there was one more. Oh, yeah. Oh, Sheena, it's on there. I didn't even know it was on there. The
What?
Denpa?
Dempa? Yes,
Yeah, the Denpa.
girl. They had that
So,
one book that I posted up. Happy of the End. And I'm telling I think this company has a hard time like getting their publication like their stuff out versus like
I can see
the bigger
why.
places and everything because girl
Yeah,
every time I get a book from them it's
yeah.
like the biggest wait in between and they keep pushing things back like I'm talking to you with happy of the end. I've been waiting, you guys keep pushing it back. I understand things happen but I'm gonna need you to knock it off, okay?
Well, this one I have, it's called Pleasure and Corruption.
Okay.
Um, it was actually, you know what? I don't know if it was plastic wrap, but it should have been. Now that I think about it, I don't think it was wrapped, but it should have been wrapped
Mm.
because it's
I
about
know.
bondage.
Sometimes it be like that. Though. I'm like, did somebody pick this up and understand that they should have put some plastic wrap on it?
Yes,
And I hate it when they bring the books back and there's no plastic wrap. Like that's the
yeah,
fun of it. Like, can you please
yeah,
find a way to put this back in the wrapper? Anyways,
yeah.
um, to
Can
get
you
off subject again.
can you let me feel awkward about taking this book up to the register and then ringing it up, knowing what plastic wrap means? Yes, please do. So yeah, this
And
one
then
is
that one is digital, right? That DMP. I think that I put that up there for the digital manga.
is it
Yeah,
okay? I didn't
good
know
for
that.
me for remembering.
Awesome.
But
Look at
yeah,
you.
and you can also read. That's the one for reading online. So
And then I also found one that I had. I guess this is a publisher. It's
okay,
called Manga Classics.
okay,
So they do like classic stories, uh, like like Macbeth, A Midsummer Night's
I'm
Dream,
dead.
Romeo and
They do like
Juliet,
classics.
Frankenstein, Dracula, Anne of Green Gables, um,
Oh, I love
uh,
Frankenstein. Right?
Hamlet, stuff
Okay,
like that. So
okay,
I guess it's its own thing. I may be lying. No, it says published by Manga Classics, so it's its own publisher. So yeah, if you're into stuff like that, um, then you can get it in manga form. So they
right,
do like Shakespearean plays, they do like famous literature, and they do kids classics. It looks like so.
nice.
I thought that was pretty cool too.
And then too, like if we go back and talk about um, the different publisher houses and how like they actually put these takobans out. Like Viz has those oversized, paperback ones, and then Dark Horse has those beautiful, hardcovers that they do.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Kodansha, sometimes they only put things out digitally right in the middle of the the series. Then you got to go digital. That's annoying.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
See, I wouldn't be, and that's where I would end the series because I'm such a stickler for. I wish I could get out of that, but I'm such a stickler for having to have the physical copy of manga, and I won't read it unless I can get the physical copy. Unless it's
Mm-hmm.
something that I've started on, and I'm just like, oh, I got to see what happens next because they're like out of print of it or whatever. But I know I
Right.
can get the copies afterwards. I may do it digitally then, but for the most part, if I can't get it physically, then I won't read it.
And then yeah, and then Gin Press. Um, Sometimes their books are hella expensive, and they're not really good at keeping things in print. I've noticed.
Mm,
I mean, I've only been collecting for a little bit of while, but I've noticed things like that. Biz is like your one stop shop. Like they have the
yeah,
good prices, the biggest distributor. You know, you could usually find number one. You could find like the whole volumes and stuff like that. Um, you can even they even have their app where you can read stuff online for that. So they it's hard to kind of compete with them. But
yeah.
what else was I going to say? Oh, and you have Square Enix or Enix.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's more like they used to be like a gamer company, correct, or something. But they started to like release manga. They're like a
yeah,
littler, yeah. Okay. Um,
yeah. I think that they still do
Still do.
games, don't they?
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure that they do.
okay. I think that's all I have. Do I have any more panels for that, Inja?
Nope.
Or
And now we go to
Ooh.
anime. I don't know what that was we just did.
That
We
was
should probably
definitely
work
not
on that.
planned, and we're sorry for that. Okay.
We won't ever do that
So yeah. So I
again.
would say that manga and anime kind of go hand in hand. So
Yeah.
explain to them what is anime, Inja, or you could
Okay.
just use a
So,
little TV down there too. I'm dead. Yep.
anime is a hand-drawn and computer-generated animation that originates from Japan. Outside Japan and in English, anime refers specifically to animation produced in Japan. However, in Japan and in Japanese, anime describes all animated works regardless of the style or origin.
Nice.
So, anime is like the animated version of what you
Mm-hmm.
would read in a manga, pretty much.
Right. Right.
Unless you
That's
live in
dope.
Japan, then it refers
It's just
to any
everything.
type of animated, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So there are differences between anime and manga. So manga is the written medium, and anime is an animated medium. So it's like TV shows or movies. Um, Many animated anime are adapted from an existing manga series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you also have those cases where it could be the reverse. So you could
Mm-hmm.
have an anime that's out and they may adapt a manga from the anime.
Right.
Or like video games, you may have a popular video game and they may adapt a manga from
Mm-hmm.
that or adapt an anime from that. Um, or both. So it can go that way too. And then anime and
What?
manga have both existed for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
They both became more popular in the mid to late 20th century. So
Nice.
on here, my lovely Sheena put two of our favorites, mine being Tokyo Ghoul. So you
Yep.
can see the difference between the manga and the anime, and then hers being Chainsaw Man, and you can see the difference between the manga and the anime on hers as well.
And what I really appreciate about manga to anime is like just like these are prime examples. Sometimes you don't have to read the manga. You could just watch the anime and get like the same thing out of it because sometimes they just go from panel to panel. Panel to
Mm-hmm.
panel, they're not trying to like cut up this whole story and make a whole new story. Like it's literally from panel to panel, from, so it's okay either way. I love that. I love that. And I wish the Western comics would get it together. Quit chopping up the damn story. Just put it on the screen, okay? Stop it. Stop it.
Clearly, she has
Take
no
it from
issue with
them. That's going to be on the rant, okay?
that.
But no, I mean, I really appreciate that because sometimes, like, I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like reading the manga, but I'll watch the anime and still get the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I noticed, like, when I read I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, but then I turned around and watched the anime too. It was like
Mhm.
damn near the same thing. There was only two things that they changed in the anime, but it was still beautiful and
Mhm.
it made it better, in my opinion. But damn near went from panel to panel, word from word. Like, it's amazing. I love that about that. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
And I think this
also,
was
oh,
one of
I'm
the
sorry.
what would no 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 what were you gonna say, Inja?
No, I was
No,
just
I
gonna say
forgot because I haven't it hasn't come from the back of my head yet. So you go ahead
no,
and
you're good. I was just gonna say that I appreciate also the way that the anime does a good job of see, I just went blank. I'm sorry.
you're fine.
It does a good job of sticking with the characterization,
Hmm.
like in the manga, like
Right,
how the characters look very close together, or how you would envision them to look if they were in a show. So
right.
I like
I
that
love that.
aspect of it too. It's not some like off the wall, like what? How did you get this from that?
Right. And then they say that okay, this is what I was gonna say earlier. The
Oh,
the
the colors,
difference in the what? The
the
color
colors.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think so. Okay, they're saying that manga is a more fucking what is the word for it? Is the I know I wrote it down somewhere, but
Girl, that's me.
the it's more valuable because of the fact that okay, I'm not saying that um it's to believe to be like more original because of the hand drawing and all this stuff versus like sometimes they just use computers and cut and paste whatever they do. I don't know anything about um making stuff, but they're saying that manga is more original because it is hand drawn, because it was the first thought, because this is where it all started as far as like pen and paper versus like now on the screen and now digitally and now the just the way it came up. So that I think that's what I was trying to remember. That's it. Okay.
It was awesome. You
I
did
don't
great.
even know if that made sense.
Did beautifully said. So we also have modern style. So with the advanced visuals, better storytelling, and a wider variety of titles, it's not hard to see why modern anime appeals to so many.
For real.
Sure.
This is facts, okay? This is facts. This is why a lot more people are getting into uh manga and anime. And Jen, we forgot a whole ass panel
We
in the
did.
manga. I'm dead.
I was just gonna play it off.
Okay. But no, they have more complex, like people are like, oh, it's just for, it's just for kids and stuff. No, it's not. Because a lot of these animes and mangas have like these such detailed stories and such complex characters, and you have to read and these visuals, like it's dude, it's blowing up, and I understand why.
Yeah.
Versus like the other stuff that and sometimes they're not scared to show you something
Mhm.
versus like I'm not trying to put my love for Western comics. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like y'all need to, and they're starting to take notes. They're starting to take notes and realize that maybe they need to start paying attention to what they're doing in manga and anime. Because it's not slowing down. It's
Yeah.
not. So this is a perfect time to get into anime and manga and really enjoy stuff, especially the
Yeah.
modern stuff. Like a lot of people, been there since day one, and that's great. Like, but this modern stuff that's coming out now, it's wow,
Yeah.
What do you want to say,
Love
Angel?
to see it. Huh? Nothing. You said you were you did great. So, some fun facts about anime. Death Note is banned in China. I mean, I guess I could see why.
Exactly. Yikes.
Spirited, Spirited Away is the first anime film to be nominated for an Academy Award and won.
Nice.
I could see why, honestly.
Beautiful.
The highest grossing anime film of all time is Demon Slayer. Mugen Train, also known
Not the Mugen Train one, girl. Had me all the way fucked up. Okay.
right, also known as Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba,
Yep.
and the longest running anime has more than 7,500 episodes.
And I don't think it's One Piece either. It's another one. It's the
Are
old
you
ass
lying?
one.
It's not? Is
I'm dead. No. It's an old one.
it?
One
Because,
Piece trying to get up there, but yeah.
right,
Um.
that's going to take
uh,
that'll take my whole life until I'm on my deathbed.
I know. I,
Out.
I'd be like, so. What else is there? Did you want to add anything else to that, Angel?
Yes, I actually just wanted to plug our
Yeah.
boy in one more time for
Right.
anybody who may have missed it. Which I don't know how you could miss it because it's a recording, it's not live, but
Um. Dead.
just in case you skimmed through the entire beginning and just decide
Yes.
you want to land at the end, here he is again. And there's the code to get you 15% off of your purchase. Like
Yeah.
we said earlier, he does not just manga, but he has comics and stuff too. He also does like a clearance sell
Yes.
on his
He does
online
clearance.
store.
Does he do like those? What are they called? Where they have like a bunch of little things, but you don't know, like the surprise boxes and stuff.
A
You
mystery
know what I'm
box?
talking about? Mystery boxes, girl. You can see I don't know what's going on. Okay, you guys get to see how much of a fucking poser I am. Okay, because I don't know what be going on. I can see it in my head, but I just sometimes the words just don't come out. But yes, I don't know if he does. I could have swore I saw something like that, but if not, maybe you could bring it up to him. Okay, there you go. But yes, if anything you don't take away from our little presentation, definitely check him out. He's worth it. Please do.
Yes,
Support little local businesses,
yes,
and then two, yeah, that's all we got, right, Angel?
yeah. We just want to thank you all for coming out, for checking us out, for even clicking on our little video, whether you stayed
Yeah,
or not until the end.
yeah,
We love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us some comments on what you liked about the video, anything you want to add, anything we may have missed or messed up, anything you think we can do better. We are open to constructive yet respectful criticism. So
that part. Yes,
we are
and
always
two, we have another segment that we want to like kind of like attach to this one. So for people that are trying to get into manga, we want to show you that comics are for everybody, as my Jen and my Mars would say. Comics is for everybody, and we're going to show you that manga is for everybody in one of our next segments that we have coming on. But we have so much stuff that we want to do, and hopefully we can get our life straightened out enough to start bringing more content. And we appreciate your guys' time and your patience because we just been like all over the place because life,
yes,
life is life. So, but yes, anytime that you spend on us, it is greatly appreciated because you could be doing anything else, but you
you could
decided to come
be,
hang out with us. Yeah. And
but why
it
wouldn't you
does
want
not go unnoticed, right? So we love you guys. And yeah,
to? Love you.
Inja, I love you. I appreciate your
I love
time.
you, Martina.
We did it.